Hi there, my name's Caroline. I am the founder of The Content Edit, and today I want to share some insights about how often you need to be posting to Instagram in order to get the best out of the platform and also the best for your business and your brand to help create those connections and ultimately lead to more sales of whatever your product or services are. How often to post to Instagram is something that has taken me a long time to work out. What the information I'm sharing now could change. When I first really started on Instagram, I used to post multiple times a day, and then I sort of tried less and tried more again, and at the beginning it was definitely a case for brands that they would definitely post multiple times a day, and I definitely now don't agree with that anymore, especially for still what you'd say relatively smaller brands on Instagram, independent brands. Even last year I tried again at posting a couple of times a day, and I saw no sort of increase in engagement, no increase in followers, no increase in sales, no increase in anything. So the information that I share, it's good to kind of like test it for yourself. And when I say test, it's about actually doing it for perhaps a month, even longer, to see, and that is when you'll see whether it is right for your brand. I run, alongside the Content Edit, I run two other businesses which are product-based businesses. I also run my own personal account. I have another sort of influencer content creator account and a few others that I have access to. So I'm really able to see what is working and what isn't. So for the Content Edit, I made the decision this year, and I've changed a lot this year. Well, actually across all of the different accounts, and really was specific exactly how often I'm going to post to each account and stick to that. So when we're talking about being consistent, which is exactly what you have to be on Instagram, it's about being consistent, not constant, not posting all the time if you can, not posting just for the sake of posting, but being strategic, thinking about your content, planning your content and batching, and that's something that I'll talk about another time. And knowing exactly, right, okay, on Wednesday, this is what I'm going to be posting, and then you can work towards that. Obviously now on Instagram, you've got single posts, image posts, you've got reels, you've got stories, you can create carousel posts, you can do IGTVs, you can do lives, there's lots you can do. But to start with, if you are really struggling with that consistency, then I would stick to predominantly image focused, perhaps throwing in some carousels and then building from there. So I'll share with you the different options that you can do, what I've seen from them, and then that will help you find what works for you as well as what works for your audience. Because at the end of the day, if you can't keep up to it and you can't sustain it, then you're going to get frustrated, you're not going to see the results that you want, and you're just going to really fall out of love with the app. And by the way that I've started to build it, especially if you have multiple accounts like I do, knowing what is getting posted to which account on what day, has just really transformed my relationship with Instagram, and my accounts are all started to grow again, where some of them had stagnated a little bit. So I made the decision that for the majority, for the Content Edit and for my personal account, that I didn't want to be posting all the time on weekends. I really, for the most of the accounts, I want to try and keep it so weekends I'm not having to go on and respond to comments and all that, just have that bit of downtime. That's something I've really decided on this year. So for here, the Content Edit, I now post Monday to Friday, and the same with my personal account. Then for another account that I have, I made the decision to post 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And actually, interestingly, that is the account that is growing the fastest. It's also probably the most niche account and the newest account, so there's other elements to that. So but what I want you to realise is you don't have to be posting all the time to get results. Then I have another account where at the moment I am posting every day. That is actually the account that isn't growing, but we were also part of a giveaway a few months ago, so there's going to be a little bit of up and down of people who only followed for the giveaway. So that's why for the time being I'm keeping that at daily, just to try and level it out a little bit. And then I have another business account which we post every other day. Now that's relatively new because we were struggling a little bit with consistency. So we went for every other day, and on that account, so then once you've made that decision, so what you do, whether it's every day, which is okay if you can keep with that, every day Monday to Friday, 3 times a week, say like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every other day, those are what I would say have been successful ways to actually, successful calendar to post to, if that makes sense. So once you've made that decision, it does make life so much easier. So whether you are then thinking, right, okay, every other post is going to be a quote, you know, right, if I'm doing 5 times a week, then this week I need 2 quotes, next week I need 3 quotes, this week I need 2 images, next week I need 3 images. So you can really work, and I've just found that it's made my life so much easier. So again, you can do that with sort of images and quotes, or like for my 3-day-a-week account, I do Monday is a static image, Wednesday is a reel, and Friday is a carousel. And that is just, so it just makes life so much easier when you know how often you're going to post and have an idea of what to post. You might find that knowing what to post, like saying, oh, every Friday I'm going to do this, might be too much to start with. So at the very beginning, now you're trying to build your consistency, make a decision to just which days you are going to post, and stick to that. Stick to that for a month and see how it works for you. If you're then finding it easy, you can then start to think, okay, I'm going to throw in a reel every other post, or a reel once a week, or whatever you want to do. Then if you are still finding it easy and you're keeping up to it and you're seeing the results, then you could think, okay, now I'm going to step it up and maybe do 5 times a week. Now I'm going to step it up and do every day, whatever works for you. So this is something that I've really struggled with. I spent a lot of time listening to people talking about how often to post on Instagram, doing courses, trying to work it out. And it's just basically, I have just found that if you're consistent, and whatever that consistency looks for you, that is when you'll get the results. So I am noticing a big change in all the accounts, like say, apart from one, because we were part of a giveaway, where by being very, very consistent on exactly what days we post, it has seemed to really make a difference in growth. And obviously we're doing other things. People don't just follow for consistency. It's about the content that you're creating, the quality, the messaging, the education. There's loads more we'll dive into in other videos. But I just wanted to answer that question, because if you've been like me and for probably months you were like, I don't know how often to post, should it be every day, do I need to be doing 2 times a day, everybody's telling me different information, I would just say pick one. There's no right or wrong here. Pick one, try it for a month, 2 months, see if it's working for you. If it is, keep going, keep adjusting. If it isn't, then come back to the drawing board, think, right, okay, that's not really working. Am I keeping the consistency? Because if you're keeping the consistency, then it's other elements you might need to look at. But if you're not, why are you not? Is it that you decided on too big a schedule for you right now? And then you can just scale it back. But one thing, like I said, that really has surprised me is the account where I post 3 times a week is growing more than any. So it's not about quantity, it's about quality. It's about knowing and making it just feel good for you, knowing what to do, knowing what to post, knowing when you're going to post. And it also helps your audience know. I'm sure somehow Instagram likes the fact that you're being consistent, and you want to do things that will hopefully get you rewarded with Instagram. I'm not saying that as a fact. I don't work for Instagram. No, none of us, most people who talk about Instagram don't work for Instagram. So it's all about things that we're testing, presumptions we can make from that, and then passing that on to you to try and get you to have that success as well. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I would love to know how often you have been posting. Are you going to change it up? Are you going to test? Are you being consistent? And that is the number one message that I have been sharing since before I started the content edit. I think the content edit is, I want to say 2 years old now, but I have been teaching about blogging and content for a long time. I have been testing stuff for a long time, and I hope that was helpful. So I will speak to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.